Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Duplin County where the deputies pulled over a woman for a traffic stop and ended up finding quite a few drugs. Yesterday, Duplin County Sheriff's Office deputies stopped a car driven by 25-year-old Lourdes Canty of High Point on I-40 near mile marker 361. During the stop, deputies say they discovered approximately 1 pound of methamphetamine and 47 grams of fentanyl. Deputies seized the drugs and arrested Canty. She was charged with the following: 3 felony counts of trafficking methamphetamine, 2 felony counts of possession with intent to manufacture, sell, and deliver a Schedule II controlled substance, 3 felony counts of trafficking opium or heroin, maintaining a dwelling, vehicle, or place for controlled substances, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Now, Canty is in the Duplin County Jail, facing, again, that $1 million bond. Now, we also want to bring to your attention charges that have been brought against the man accused of carjacking an Onslow County high school driving instructor and their students. Now, court records show that Dominic Evans was booked into the Onslow County Jail yesterday. At around 4:30 p.m. on November 18th, Onslow County deputies say the 33-year-old man carjacked a driver education car that was occupied by 2 students and an instructor at White Oak High School. He then took deputies on a high-speed chase, going up to 115 miles per hour before crashing into a home on Riggs Road. Evans was taken to New Hanover Regional Medical Center after the crash. Deputies told WITN last week that charges were pending and could be filed once Evans was out of the hospital. He's now facing several charges in the carjacking: robbery with a dangerous weapon, gun on educational property, possession of a firearm by a felon, larceny of a motor vehicle, and assault by pointing a gun. According to warrants, Evans had a semi-automatic handgun during the carjacking on the school's campus, and warrants show he was charged with breaking into another car that same day and stealing a semi-automatic gun from the car. Now, additionally, Evans was charged with communicating threats and false imprisonment after warrants say he threatened to steal a woman's car. Evans remains in jail without bond. He is expected to make his first appearance in court later today. And now we want to turn our attention to some good news out of Florida, where 4 boaters that had been missing were successfully found and rescued. NBC's Emily Akeda has more.
We have Coast Guard coming in with possible 4 patients.
This is the unlikely moment a family was found at sea, desperately waving their hands at a Coast Guard search plane after spending 20 hours trapped on top of their capsized catamaran.
We were standing on the top of the boat, but yeah, we were clinging to it.
Dennis Woods and 3 members of his family were on a fishing trip Monday afternoon to celebrate his 70th birthday, but their 24-foot boat suddenly began taking on water, quickly rolling over. Their family calling police when the group didn't return, sparking a frantic Coast Guard search for the 4 missing men, including a 90-year-old. Woods saying he spent hours in the dark, balancing on the flipped boat, trying to keep his Uncle Clarence warm.
I spent almost all night holding him up, and then he fell several times.
The water just sucks all the warmth out of your body, so they were pretty chilly.
At daybreak, the Coast Guard spotted the family about 26 miles off the coast of Clearwater, Florida. You can see one of them holding up Clarence.
We were definitely a little bit worried about the older gentleman.
Rescuers pulled the men to safety, warming them up as they made their way to shore, where they were embraced by relieved family members.
It was definitely a tight-knit family, but they were definitely grateful.
Their family tells us Clarence was admitted to the ICU, where he was treated for hypothermia, while Dennis suffered from dehydration. Now, after the birthday fishing trip took a terrifying turn, the family grateful everyone made it to safety.
It was a good birthday. Now that I'm back on land.
And again, that was Emily Akeda reporting. Happy to hear again that all's well that ends well. Now, as far as your weather conditions here in eastern North Carolina, we've got changing conditions. We are going to be in the mid to upper 70s coming up later on this afternoon, and then we are going to tumble all the way down into the 40s by the time we reach Friday and Saturday. Those are your daytime highs, the 40s. In fact, last night we stayed about 15 to 20 degrees warmer than what our highs are going to be coming up on both Friday and Saturday. Quick weather fact for you there. Here's a look at what we've got going on outside right now. Light rain showers kind of floating by eastern North Carolina. Not a lot there, but there certainly, again, is enough to wet the ground as those showers pass by. Not everybody's going to be seeing rain today, but everybody at least has the opportunity to see maybe a few little quick showers. Not going to be much. I don't anticipate anyone getting over a quarter of an inch of rain today unless we really start to see some downpours start to approach the east later on this afternoon. After we get done with the rain, we turn dry for Thursday, Thanksgiving, Friday, Saturday, and most of Sunday. So I know we're probably looking forward to, again, dry weather and sunnier skies, but the cloud cover right now is helping keep that heat present in the east. Right now, 70-degree air temperature in Washington, south-southwesterly wind blowing in at 11 miles an hour. Overall, comfortable weather considering what is on the way. Now, air temperatures right now, warmest spot on the map, currently Jacksonville coming in at 76 degrees. We've got 73 in Kenansville as well as New Bern, 72 in Beaufort and Stumpy Point. But on the other side of that coin, the flip side, as far as your air temperatures go closer to the Virginia line, 64 degrees in Roanoke Rapids, 67 in Ahoskie, and we've got 67 in Manteo as well as Rocky Mount. So there are still some cool-ish spots when compared to what we've got in Jacksonville right now. But because the winds are going to remain out of the southwest throughout the daylight hours today, we will continue to gain heat as we head into the afternoon. Then later on tonight, as we head towards 9, 10, and 11 p.m., we'll start to see the wind shift from the southwest to the northwest. This will be a part of the transition from warm to cold, and that cold air is going to be with us throughout the day on Thursday and Friday and Saturday. By Saturday evening, we'll see the wind shift again. That will bring us back to more of at least a west to southwesterly breeze that'll help push air temperatures back up into at least the low 60s coming up on Sunday, quite possibly into the mid 60s as we head towards Monday and Tuesday of next week. But for this afternoon, plan on mid to upper 70s throughout most of eastern North Carolina. Rain showers going to be coming to an end as we head towards 4, 5, and 6 p.m. After that, clouds will gradually try to break apart. It's going to be a difficult process, but will eventually leave us with sunny skies over your Thursday, Thanksgiving, Friday, and Saturday. Sunday, again, a little bit more cloud cover shows up. Possibly a few stray raindrops out of that system, but I think we'll see more rain coming in Monday and Tuesday of next week, which is encouraging to see. We are in need of the raindrops right now. The drought across eastern North Carolina is really not getting a whole lot better. So seeing rain showers down the line is an encouraging sight. Well, that's all we have time for today's 11 a.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday.